The Alpine Inn Fall Rock Fest is coming October 8th, with no cover charge and a free shuttle to Bennett O'Reilly's, plus yard games and an outdoor bar. Enjoy a full day of music with Jen Wilder, Overplayed, and the Greedy Volunteers. Check out the Alpine Inn on Facebook for more information. Get outside in Pepin County. Pack up the family and visit the childhood home of Laura Ingalls Wilder. Sail on Lake Pepin, bike the Chippewa River State Trail, hike up Maiden Rock, and throw a line in a trout stream. Sign up to win a vacation at visitpepincounty.com. Winona has got a story to tell you. October 14th and 15th is the first ever Sandbar Storytelling Festival. Hear compelling stories about the human experience and cultural traditions by award-winning and nationally known storytellers. Learn more and get your tickets online at sandbarstorytellingfestival.org. We hopped on a call with Tony Douglas of the Alpine Inn. We got a little history lesson on the building, its past, and where it's headed next. This Bluffside Bar is an institution for volleyball, live music, food, and drink. We also hear about the Alpine Inn Fall Rock Fest coming up Saturday, October 8th, and as they would say, get your duff up the bluff. You can find more conversations, food reviews, live music, and events on our website, lacrosselocal.com. I'm Amy.
And I'm Brent.
And this is Lacrosse Local.
So my name is Tony Douglas. I'm originally from the Milwaukee area, actually. I came here for college. I got this summer job at the Alpine, and I accidentally never left. So it's been one of the best things that ever happened to me in my life, and I absolutely love it up there. I love the people I've met there, the owner and previous owner, Jim Pickett, who unfortunately passed away about a year and a half ago in March. I miss him dearly. But it's been a really fun ride with those guys, Pick and Dave and all the amazing people up there.
So do you know kind of the history of the Alpine Inn? I used to bounce around the area, go for drives and things like that. And we'd always stop in and, there'd always be music, good food. What's kind of the history? Like, how did it end up on the bluff? Do you know any of that?
Yeah, so I actually know quite a bit about that. And that's a project I'll be working that I actually started last winter, and it's been a crazy summer. So I'll be finishing it this winter. My major in college was history, so this is kind of, it's my hobby, I guess. But it originally in late 1890s, early 1900s, it started out as actually somebody's house. Started out as kind of a wine garden, and they started serving wine on their back step, which anybody who's been down to the volleyball courts was that front volleyball court. That's where that house was. Huh. And then that couple, their son, ended up building a pop stand up on top of the hill. Where the bar sits today. The main little rectangle area that you walk in, that's still the original building-ish there. He got a beer license, a liquor license, and then he started hosting dances. He started hosting musical events there. And then everything got kind of shut down with Prohibition. And then a lot of things changed from the war. It's a crazy, crazy history, and I love it a lot. There's actually a UWL student did a project on it in like the 80s, like 70s or 80s, which is a lot of where I learned a lot about it. But yeah, it's a crazy history. I mean, I know I met Uncle Milty was the man who built the original pop stand, and the Milton Eisler. And the Eislers, his parents were the ones who had the house. I think the house, I don't think was tore down until, I want to say like the 70s or 80s. It was there for quite a while. I know. Awesome history. And I know there's still local Eislers. I know I've met a couple of them who've come up.
Just speaking of that, and even more so, the Alpine is an institution in terms of, everything from they added the volleyball courts to I've been up there a number of times for live music, or just stopping by after a hike or bike or bicycling up all the way up the bluff. What's been going on at the Alpine Inn recently for someone maybe who hasn't been there in a while?
Yeah, recently, just in the past year or so, we've started bringing in music. So music's my baby. That's what I love. That's part of my job. The great musicians, the amazing people I've got to meet through that, just from starting to get involved in the local music scene in the past year. So that's really big. And we've been having weekly shows every single week, Sundays throughout the entire summer, and Fridays since December. Every single Friday we have music. Every single Sunday, if it's nice enough out, we have music. That's a super cool thing. And we've got every single night in the wintertime, we're going to have something going on, whether it be, we've got trivia, we're going to have karaoke. We've had beer pong leagues, which have been a lot of fun in the past. But yeah, this music thing is like I said, my favorite part of my job. I'm looking to keep these big shows going, these big ones. We've had a few big ones this summer. I'm looking to keep them going inside in the wintertime. And I've got a couple of fun things booked that aren't quite announced yet. We're not really starting to advertise for them yet, but it should be a lot of fun in the next year or so. And we're looking to get bigger and better and start building stuff and have a lot more fun with the music.
You guys reached out about the Alpine Inn Fall Rock Fest coming up Saturday, October 8th. What's that going to be like? Food, music? What's going to be happening?
Yep. So that's going to be awesome. It's going to follow. So this will be the third one of this similar show type that we've had this year. And it's a little bit different, whereas you'll have your kind of day festivals or whatever, and you'll have these bands playing just like an hour or so, and you'll have a bunch of different bands, but they're almost full sets, almost. These bands, they're playing. So the first, Jen, who's fantastic. It was really cool meeting Jen because she came up with Dan Stabronic, for people that know him, a show that he had, and she played just a couple songs with her guitar, and she said she hasn't really been doing shows. And I was like, well, we'd love to have you because I love the way you sound. I thought that was amazing. So she's played one or two for us since then. So I'm super pumped to have her starting out, and she's going to be up on the deck starting out at 2, and she's got a couple hours. And then we move down to the sand, and we've got our little stage we set up down there, and then we'll have Overplayed for a couple of hours. They've played quite a few times. One of my good friends is the drummer, and those guys rock. They're so good. And then finally, it's Greedy Volunteers. We'll have about 2.5, 3 hours to finish up the night. They kind of got out of the game locally for a little bit too, but they've been coming back, and those guys rock too. They're so good.
It looks like if people are downtown, or they live downtown, or they could park downtown, they can actually jump on a shuttle, right?
Yep. Yeah. From Bennett O'Reilly's, and that'll be every hour on the hour from 2 o'clock till 11 o'clock. So throughout the entire course of the day, if you want to hop on it and hop up for an hour or 2 or 8 or whatever you want to do, you'll be going all the way till 11 o'clock.
So for people that, want to check this out, what's the best avenue for them to go to for information?
Our Facebook page. Our Facebook page has all the information. We've got an event made, and it's got all the information for you. I didn't mention this before, but I'm thinking I'm about 90% sure we'll have another little local guest, which I don't really want to say right now in case it falls through. We'll have a local guest who will be maybe giving out some things, and we've gotten to know them pretty good, and it's been a good relationship for us. So
what's going on in terms of food and drinks? My brother-in-law used to work there about 15 or so years ago, and I used to see him just working the grill back there / bartending, keeping the whole house busy. Is there anything changing up that you guys are offering anymore?
So not changing a whole lot. Our pizzas, we're very well known for our pizzas. We got the best pizzas in town, and I'm a little bit biased, but I truly think they are. We're just growing. We're making everything bigger. We can make double the amount of pizzas as we used to. We're trying to make everything bigger. We're getting a bigger grill. We're looking at getting more fryer space. We're going to make everything bigger so we can crank everything out faster and make more at once. So
Lacrosse Local Podcast is a production of River Travel Media. Do you have an interview idea you'd like to share with us? Message us on Facebook at Lacrosse Local. Find out more about us at lacrosselocal.com, and you can subscribe to the Lacrosse Local Podcast on your favorite podcast app. If you like us, rate us 5 stars. We appreciate it.